Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. This is some delightfully wavy synth, isn't it? Alrighty, let's get straight back into where we left off. So, we had got the team house, it's all sorted out, and we're off to go talk to someone about buying some, real estate. And we also may be having, like, some small brain problems. Hostile AI in an arcade cabinet, no big deal. It's fine. Everything's fine. Why would you ever think that things were not fine? It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, let's do this. Little by little I forget the nightmare I've been having ever since that night at Hamza's tournament. It's gone by the time I hit the subway platform. Concern. Are we going to have a little devil on our shoulder to match Iris? Little weird Sinneslotion monster. I arrive at the designated meeting point, the good, clean, fun pizzeria, with only a minute or three to spare. Jinx is already there, waving me over from the corner booth Grace usually favours, although Grace isn't here. Domino couldn't possibly be right about everything being inevitably fucked. I mean, such is the way of the universe. Everything eventually gravitates towards a single point.
Hey.
It's almost time. I know. Sorry for almost being late. Is Grace joining us? Nah, high-stress business transaction scenarios aren't her thing. High stress. How much of a hard-ass is your sister? Why do I keep saying sister? We've never met the person. What is on with my brain? I guess I just keep seeing SI and my brain fills in the blanks. Sibling is the word. I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Oh, good. No hints? No tips and tricks? Not my race to run. You're in the driver's seat. I'm just here for the free desire while you squirm. Here, have one. Jan's paying. With a shrug, I reach over to the offered dish and fetch a slice of Veggie Lover's Super Ultimate Deluxe Extreme. Benomat's specialty. Vegan's not my deal. I gnaw my meat fresh off the bone, ideally, but Jian's super into healthy eating. And exercise. And yoga. So, someone who's incredibly centered and confident and strong and healthy and ready to tear me limb from limb in rental negotiation? You'll see. Well, whoa, hi there. Wow! Oh no, they're hot. Well, I've come to kick ass myself, and I'm not going to be intimidated by Jan, no matter how high and mighty they carry themselves, and they're right behind me, aren't they? The stern-looking individual... Thank you. The stern-looking individual looming behind me, having somehow silently snuck up, slides a business card across the table before sitting down. Oh crap, I never know how to pronounce this as a pronoun. It's like mux, isn't it? Is that right? I think so. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not good with... I'm terrible with neopronouns. My brain is far too smooth. Mix is... yeah, okay. I'll go with that. If anyone wants to correct me, please do. I don't want to upset anyone. I'm just here to have a nice time. Chinatown Investment Opportunities LLC, as it says on the cards. Look at that subtle... the subtle off-white colouring, the tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god, it even has a watermark. Okay, American Psycho reference, good. Let's make this fast. There's 3 units on the 5th floor with water damage and I'm directing work crews. I'm a hands-on real estate manager. I want to be up there supervising those efforts, not taking meetings all day. Right. They look me over, from the drooping slice of veggie pizza to my nervous expression, evaluating me, much like Jinx tends to do, in fact. So, you're one of those gamers Jinx hangs out with. Yeah, that's me. Gamer's what I am he. And now, you want to combine my little sister's apartment into the one next door to make a... how'd she put it? Team house? That's the plan. Also, she can play video games all day, allegedly getting paid for it. I have to say, Mr. Redacted, I have my doubts. They know my last name, they know my soul, I'm doomed! You may not be aware of this, but my family owns this particular chunk of Chinatown. We've owned it for generations. Oh, good! Oh, good! We're dealing with the triads. I doubt it. Insert Yakuza combat entry Chinese men. There we go. God, I love that game. I'm the one who ultimately owns Good Clean Fun. Ben and Matt operated it so I can focus on other affairs. I own the apartments, I own the corner bodega. I'm trying to preserve the character of Chinatown, Mr. Redacted, in the face of pressures from far larger developments than I. Okay. Patriarch of the family. I wonder, is there a gender-neutral version of patriarch slash matriarch? Get on it. We need that for Yakuza 8. Alright. I don't have time to be distracted by wild goose chases and esports dreams. So what, exactly, can you possibly say to convince me I shouldn't have you thrown out of my building? Matriarch. This will take further research. Okay. Be convincing. Alright. Let's get intense. Okay, no. Jan seems to be, like, business-oriented, so let's be business-oriented. So yeah, we're on the rise. Or just Triarch. Well, that would imply that there's another two. Who knows, maybe. Hum. Jan does not strike me as the kind of person that's, like, playing to the heart isn't gonna fly here. Least of all cracking a joke and gutsy, like, yeah, be confident, but you better be prepared to back it up. I'm gonna business oriented. We're rising stars. We like guaranteed we're gonna pay the rent. We're not gonna break anything, you know us. Right now we're a team on the rise, Mixier. Our efforts are just getting off the ground, but one day we'll be successful and famous. You could say you were there from the beginning, supporting us. We'd be partners. We can promote your business while you provide a platform for our growth. Makes good sense from a fiscal perspective, yes? Jian's impassive expression does not change in the slightest. So, if you're interested in a partnership, not that we'd be equal partners, I mean, apples and oranges really, but that is to say, please blink, do anything. Jian raises one hand to stop me. Oh dear. Mr. Redacted, I have only one thing to say to your so very generous offer. Oh my god, they've been playing me this whole time, you bastard. I'm gonna have a bucket of drink. And Jink's been standing there at the back grinning to herself this whole time. You planned this, fuck you. Oh, I've been sweating a hole through the floor. Verbatim. I'm glad you and I are on the same wavelength there. Of course I'd be happy to rent to you and your friends, you silly goose. Jinx just won't stop talking about how super cool you and your friends are. You make her happy, and well, anything that makes my dear sister happy makes me happy too. I actually decided to rent the apartment to you before I even sat down. I just wanted to see you squirm a bit first. It was adorable.
Nice.
Fucker. You should have seen the expression on your face. I've lost about 3 stone just sweating. Damn the both of you. I blinked once, then twice, my face frozen. Alright. Excuse me for a moment, just restarting the heart. Repeatedly smack her fist against my chest to resume normal cardiac operations. So we're good. You'll rent the place next to Jinx's apartment to the new challengers. Crimson Tiger is willing to pay deposit, if that's an issue. Love every major character in this game. AS1 I had a clear favourite, but I'm feeling driven to plat this one. Nice. I like this dude. Like, Yeah, they've spent the whole time fucking with me, but I like them. We need to adjust our strategy a bit first. To what? Make things easier on Jinx, like to suggest installing a connecting door and making the two units into one whole. Oh, okay. That way everything's under one single renting contract. I'll need a month to arrange proper permits and the work crew, but... I'm pissed off, but I respect it. Yeah, that's about it. Ah, okay then. That's great. Wonderful. Heck, I bet you're so happy with this that you're willing to rent us for free. No. Okay. Damn it. Blame a guy for trying. They slide out of the booth, adjusting well-tailored clothes to make themselves proper and presentable once more. You'll be able to move in 30 days from now. Jinx mentioned you use an iris? Excellent. My iris will contact your iris and work out the logistics. A pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Redacted.
Sorry about that.
Just too much fun to let Jan play with you, like a cat with a laser pointer. 1 month. We can have an in-arcade practice sessions until then. Everyone will need that time to arrange their own adult-type paperwork responsibilities anyway. And then, the new challengers will have a new home. Chinatown Department of Society shall have a headquarters. I mean, generally speaking, that's what our field offices looks like. They usually just end up being multi-tenant buildings. Like... Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if a town like this probably had 2 or 3 field offices in them. The month slid by quickly enough. Loxley would hands down work in the Societyverse. Absolutely. He'd be a good field agent. Just, like... He would probably need some kind of supernatural talent, but, you know. Guy seems to work well enough. We gathered through a few hours at GCS Arcade to train in and around various side jobs the team held, taking commuting into account. Honestly, the schedule's a bit messy. I'm looking forward to using sponsor money to get as many team salaries going as we can to eliminate that problem. But today is the day. Moving day. Trucks pull up in front of the building now and then, offloading what meager few possessions we have, to haul up to apartments 108 and 109. Stealth-based Esper. I'm wagering stealth-based Esper. That's what the guy seems to have going so far. Or, as they shall henceforth be known, the new Challengers HQ. Headquarters sounds way cooler than Team House anyway. Probably best to stay out of the way and let the movers work. Just chill in the arcade for the afternoon, let Jan wrangle the logistics. So, who do I want to hang out with while waiting for our headquarters to be made presentable? Who's about? Why do they always offer one more thing than I can do? I want to say hi to Ben and Matmore, but I also want to check in with the gang. Right. Let's check in with our frontrunners. That's how the game is played.
I must protest.
Oh, Nelly. Which is why they should have done nothing. Now they're the de facto approving of evil itself.
Are you kidding me?
What do you expect them to do? Hold hands and sing Kumbaya? Wrong place, wrong time for that sort of thing. Okay, apparently I'm walking into a heated debate. May need to step in here if Zappa starts getting abusive. She's learning self-control, but I promised her I'd intervene if anything goes wrong. Fortunately, my arrival draws her attention. Hey, Pirate! Loxley's being an overly optimistic dreamer again.
This is messy.
Loxley, my dude, I get that in a perfect world everything would be super cool and he could say anything he wants, but this ain't that. Nor will it be unless those with power are willing to step up and embrace empathy rather than avarice. Okay, may as well hurl myself directly into oblivion and ask, what are you two arguing about? It's less of an argument, more of a clash of perspective. Mine being sensible and his being idealistic. I'm perfectly fine with being called idealistic. Back up a bit and start again, I just got here. Fine, Loxley, you go first. Yesterday, an esports competitor was being interviewed after a major tournament win, and in his victory speech... Oh, I know what this is about. Get fucked, Blizzard! Sorry, what was that? ha ha. Yes. That is exactly. And the game's publisher promptly banned him from play for 6 months and fired the person interviewing him for allowing it. Which sucks! I'm not arguing it doesn't suck, it's an all-around pile of suck. But the ban came down because a gaming event is the wrong place for politics. It's like expecting nuance on Face Wall, and the guy signed a contract agreeing to that. The contract wording was intentionally vague, and I doubt the company would punish him if he said the USA rules, which, might I add, is also a political statement.
I disagree, my friend.
No, this is clearly fear of reprisal from the government, which is simultaneously a huge gaming market and a despotic regime. Just talking about not China negatively is a good way to get punished, with corporations climbing into bed with them on a daily basis. Loxley's right about that. I would not want to mention specifically by name, just to be on the safe side.
Nah.
This isn't about that. It's about games, and keeping the focus on games, not politics. All discourse is political, my friend. Games are art, and therefore political.
Transmission.
Dildo 4000. Fucking. You got me. Damn it. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hope you like what you see. Do stick around. You got me. Anyway, to a quote I have heard attributed to someone talking. Oh god, I can't remember exactly the name, but he was a nobleman who was talking to Shakespeare when Shakespeare was on trial for sedition. All artists have something to say, or they would make shoes, and you, sir, are no cobbler. Okay, back in the room. Not this again. Look, I'm not sitting here fucking shit, okay? I don't like what they've been doing any more than you do. And hell, that publisher is run by abusive patriarchal fucksticks. I'm not playing cheerleader for anyone here. But expecting a video game company to do anything other than get out of the way of that oncoming freight train is absurd. It's not their place to start an international incident. And when I sit down and play a game, I just want to play a game, you know? I don't play those games that are thinly veiled military recruitment campaigns either. I want game storefronts to yank obvious propaganda games. I want racist trolls out of the community. Keep things welcoming for everyone by keeping politics out.
A bit concerning, that.
And who decides what's political and what isn't? That's the rub. I feel someone needs to stand up. Wait, read that again. I feel someone needs to stand up, or this is just going to happen again and again. And as a member of the gaming community, I'd like it to be us. It's also important. Clip the you got me moment. Thank you. Send it. I need to make a clips channel. It's also important for those of us who have platforms of privilege from which they speak that we use them boldly against the evils of the world. But we've both ranted enough, haven't we? Considering Empowerite is our acting manager / cat wrangler, I'm curious how he would interpret the situation. Just in case I feel like, oh, I don't know, making scary political statements after the new challengers win the Pro Tour? Holy crap, people, you're dumping this on me now? No worries, I support my friends. I'll respect your wishes on this matter, regardless of what they are. You have my loyalty, that will always come first. Yeah, let's not back Pyro into a corner on this one. I'm cool with whatever you decide too. So, do you think it's reasonable to disallow politics at a gaming event, or is it reprehensible to silence them? And this one is not tied to a personality check. Interesting. It's both, yeah. I can understand why it's the, like... Hi, real talk for a minute. I can understand why gaming companies would, like, do the things that they do. They shouldn't. You know. They, I understand why unnamed company would not want one of their key markets besmirched live on TV. But if you're a good businessman, then you can get around that, you know? You don't have to be on your knees at all hours. You just be like, yeah, he doesn't represent our business interests. He's a private individual. Like, that's not hard. But yeah, that's about the take I'm prepared to make as well. So, player says something about place player says something place doesn't like, and place is a huge gaming market. I can't see any other possible outcome for this situation. Every single step along the way stands to reason, the ban stands to reason, but it's also a complete mess, and I can absolutely fault the company for getting into this situation to begin with. They backed themselves into a corner, you know? They don't have any choice but to censure the player, but that's because they chose to get into bed with place. It's the logical consequence of their decisions. If you choose to be an unreliable business partner, don't be surprised and cry foul when it inevitably goes wrong. So I'd say they did what they had to do to keep their innocent employees from getting hurt, but they should feel the sting of consequence and community pushback. That's a nuanced perspective, and I can appreciate that. I suppose the outcome is entirely expected, and it is important to consider the well-being of those in the company.
I concur, friend.
But you're also right that we should collectively push against this, speaking up loud and true. You know, you put into words what I was thinking. I'm bad with words. Glad I have a good words person around. Yeah. Wordsman extraordinaire, that's me. That's why I can't fucking read half the time. It's important to consider those in the company. Barrett? Well, that's the thing, is that Barrett does consider those in the company. He considers them all complicit. Like, he considers them all part of it, and he doesn't care, because he thinks they should all be against it. Barrett is not a nuanced individual. I can't see the company doing anything else, but it's definitely still a shit situation. I'm all for speaking up against it, as long as we understand why it happened. Also, fuck the bastards who run place. Hear, hear! Everyone was big-upping Barrett's speech about the complicity, but the root of the evil is still Shinra. Not everyone has a gun arm privilege, Mr. Avalanche. Well, the thing is that also, like, Shinra runs basically the country. So, like, unless the entire city is, like, everyone who lives in the city proper works for Shinra, that's the point. You have to have a Shinra ID to get onto the upper plate of the city. We're talking about Final Fantasy VII, for those who don't know. But, like, everyone who lives in Midgar, like, on the city plate, works for Shinra. That's the point. You have to have a Shinra ID to get onto the plate. So, unless the entire city is willing to just up sticks and move to the slums, which is not going to happen because I can't see an entire city be willing to... Yeah, exactly. I think a bunch of people actually do say that in Final Fantasy VII. It's just like, I've got bills to pay, man. I've got food to put on the table. Alright. Living with y'all is going to be interesting, at least. Especially with Loxley and I under one roof. I promise not to start any fights, though. Team cohesion above all else. Glad I'm specifically bunking with Rhapsody, though. Likewise, I promise to remain cordial and not allow differing viewpoints to tear the new challenges apart. Yes! Good, healthy relationship. Shinra runs basically the world. Well, I mean, my memory of Final Fantasy VII's a little spotty, but, like, the only countries we really interact with is Midgar and Wutai. I don't know much beyond that. So 3 cheers for... 3 cheers for the new Challengers HQ. Long may it stand. Hip hip hooray! Smells and good cheer all round. But also a bit of a reminder that I'm in charge of keeping some very, very different people all focused on the same goal. More responsibility than I asked for, more than I wanted, but I can do this for the sake of all my friends. Okay, anyone else I should talk with before moving in? Burns down in the end of the second act. I would not be surprised. Considering that, like, Shinra... Again, Final Fantasy memory is, like, spotty, but President Shinra gets ganked, and then Rufus Shinra takes up the mantle and is like, yeah, my dad ruled through, like, money and control of debt. I'm gonna run through terror. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's, like, a major uprising when Rufus Shinra goes crazy. Oh! We're not talking about Final Fantasy. I mean, we'll see. Like, we nearly had a disaster with the original Arcade Spirits, but we'll see. Alright. Domino or Rhapsody. Let's go chat with Domino. How's he doing? Still playing them shmups? I find Domino chilling in his usual spot, in front of the battered plastic Japanese arcade cabinet loaded with all his shmup faves. Although chilling is probably not accurate. As usual, he's hyper-focused on a massively complicated bullet spam pattern from hell, desperately hanging on to the edge of survival. And yet, he finds just enough mental timeshare to say hello. Hello? Hey, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. No, it's fine, I'm good. It's a good day. I'm all packed up and ready to go on permanent vacation with y'all. Where's your luggage? You didn't register with the movers, so I figured you'd be bringing your stuff down in by hand or something. But I don't see any boxes or suitcases or travel trunks or anything out there. Domino glances to a battered duffel bag lying on the ground next to his arcade cab. Got it all right here. That's it? The sum of my total worldly possessions. Well, the stuff worth keeping anyway. Ah, the joys of riding the poverty line like a skateboard rail. With his game wrapped up, he turns to chat with me while leaning against the cabinet. He seems genuinely happy, probably the first time I've seen.
This can't possibly end badly.
This is going to be fun, assuming we aren't murdering each other by the end of the first week. It'll be nice to not live alone anymore. I'd like to think we can handle this new living arrangement with a minimum of bloodshed. My hope is to provide a friendly, welcoming sort of gamer's paradise for us all. You know, I never liked that word. Paradise? Gamers.
That's curious.
I mean, what is a gamer really? It's branding and marketing shorthand, a defined role given to us by the media to act as a convenient carrying handle. When a major corporation making sweet bank off you is also telling you who to be and what opinions to hold, and what opinions to fight to the death over, well, that's worrying. And to an extent, the esports scene completely buys into it. You don't want to make sponsors unhappy, and sponsors want you to stick to the script. Crimson Tiger only exists because some soda company decided they need a gamer drink for the gamer lifestyle and invented a brand to cover the gap.
Isn't it ironic?
Fucking... God, that... He's got too many teeth! Thus, the loop is closed. We become part of our own subservience. Okay, went on kind of a Loxley-esque rant there, didn't I? Yeah, a little bit. Corporations make the label, you make the identity. Yeah! Didn't play this one in my run. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean, I'm tempted to agree. Tossing the word gamer is like throwing out the baby with the bathwater, isn't it? We do play video games, so we're gamers. The key is in refusing to change what kind of gamer you are. We don't fit the stereotype, too fucking bad. We are who we are. I'm not going to compromise on that, even for Crimson Tiger. Very confident, are we? Hopefully that holds true the first time Crimson Tiger pushes back on something. But I'll put some faith in you being able to stand firm in the face of that. Maybe it's for the best that I'm bunkmates with Lockley for this new Challengers HQ experiment. We see eye to eye on this stuff. So you picked out your room assignment already?
Yeah.
Yep, Jian's moving stuff around accordingly. Starting tomorrow, the new Challengers HQ is in full effect. I'd suggest a huge party to celebrate, but let's not annoy our landlord day one. Plus, I'm usually the one who sits in the corner talking to the pets during the party, because when I try to mingle, people go, oh, look at the time, and wander off. Mood! Honestly, I'm less worried about someone else on the team starting drama than myself accidentally causing some.
Not the worst idea.
My hope is I'll be a little less morose if I'm around cheerful people. I mean, it's half the reason I keep coming back to GCF. Being a shut-in really drives people up a wall, across the ceiling and down the other side. I don't know how folk like Loxley manage it before today. Hang on, weren't you a shut-in too? I lived alone, if that's what you mean.
That's curious.
And didn't you have an arcade to fall back? And you didn't have an arcade to fall back on to pump up your social meter either. How'd you do it? How'd you avoid losing your marbles from isolation? maybe I have lost my marbles and I'm just hiding it. I feel a burning desire to induce self-loathing in this fine fellow. I mean, in real life, I'm fairly asocial. Like, I can hang out by myself fairly comfortably. Domino's growing on me. He was a bit freaky at the start, but I'm starting, like, the more I learn about him, the more I'm kind of the more I dig him. What to respond with, though? Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, maybe I have lost it and I'm just really good at hiding it. All smiles and level tones before sudden frenzied stabbing motions. Now, let's crack a joke. Hey, for all you know, I could be all smiles and friendship on the outside, but back home I have a collection of human fevers. Maybe this whole new Challenges HQ thing is a clever ruse to lead you all into my trap, ha 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 ha, etc.
Nope.
Okay, see, normally I'm the one to make a joke like that, but from you it feels weird and wrong. Let's leave the unpleasant yet humorous reminders of our current actual reality to the master, shall we? Right, sorry. Whatever. I'm too stoked for our new house to really let anything get me down today. I'm not used to feeling this jovial and confident. It's a pleasant thing to be sure. Be nice if I could keep it rolling more than a day or two. Usually I get slam dunked back into the suck after it passes, but hey, who knows? Maybe with more contact with optimists like you and Grace, I can keep it going. Okay, I should double check to make sure I didn't actually leave anything behind. My old landlord dumped all my crap to the curb for garbage pickup. I may need to root through it.
Be seeing you.
See you upstairs later? You got it. Anyone else want to hang with before officially moving in? Yep, there remains Rhapsody. Sorry, Ben and Matt, as much as I would love to see you more, I want to chat with the gang. Rhapsody's just hanging out in the laundry area upon first glance. But as I approach them, I see Rhapsody watching the movers with an attentive eye, senses glued to the people moving our box goods. I had Iris check several moving companies for me, and these ones were were to the best. What? No moving accents in over a year. Are you worried they're going to throw your stuff around?
Nah.
Not exactly. I just want to ensure my belongings make it to the new home without any trouble. I have a lot of very important items in those boxes. I'd be heartbroken if something happened to them. And I really have nothing else I can do right now, right? Everything's packed up. Now that I think about it, actually, I guess I was a bit worried. You sensed it before I could. You're really getting in tune with all of us and our feelings, aren't you, Pyrite? It's what a good friend, and manager, and cat herder does. But no need to worry, Rhapsody. I'm not worried, so you shouldn't be worried. Just think about how grand it will be. All of us friends living together. Think of all the training and laughs that'll be had. Everything from here on out is going to be perfect. Mostly. What you mean, mostly?
Might work?
I do enjoy your gung-ho attitude about everything. It makes me hopeful in turn. But oblivious optimism is not the smartest way to approach this. While most times it will be just dandy, there will also be issues. You need to be prepared for that. What if Zap and I have an argument over the lack of peace and quiet in our room? What if Loxley and Domino can't agree on how cluttered they keep their space? What if Grace and Jinx start fighting over a wren? How will you deal with those tumultuous episodes when they arise? Oh yeah, this is gonna be fire. They have had a fighting ring installed just for this. Now we're all grown-ups here. It's not like I haven't thought about this. Of course, sometimes we won't get along. This isn't some happy, idealistic bubble I'm living in. But I know we're all capable adults. On top of that, we're all friends. We know how to talk to each other. We just have to have an open floor from the start and be able to share our feelings with each other. Honesty and unsuccess and willingness to listen is the cocktail for success. The fighting ring. We'll just use Fist of Discomfort to hash everything out. If that's the drinks you're serving, I'll gladly serve up that. Rating! Thanks! Gross. Rhapsody takes a deep breath and a moment to mull over my words. They seem hesitant, but wanting to continue this conversation. I don't mean to overstep, Pyrite. I've lived firsthand with this experience, and sometimes it gets ugly. You mean when you live with Team P2W? Rhapsody nods, a slight sadness to their smile. No matter how cheery and great it all seems at first, there are things you can't possibly know at those you're moving in with. We all have our secrets, and P2W certainly had theirs. I didn't realise how awful they all were until I lived with them. When I first joined, I merely thought our haughtiness was all an act. Most of us tend to inflate our personalities when we're in the spotlight, and I thought it was all just for show. But as we know, it's not.
That's not a good look.
I saw them harass and abuse others in the community, constantly. Winning is all that mattered to them, and they did everything and anything to do so. Sabotage and manipulation were always on the table with them. And no matter how hard I tried to ignore it, I had the means to win, I had the resources at my fingertips, I was surrounded by the best. I could have won. Really won. But in the end, I just couldn't deal with it. Wait, I thought you said they kicked you out. They did, after I gave up emotionally. My skills and performance tanked, their harassment turned to me, thinking it would inspire me to do better.
It was my fault.
It didn't, and eventually they officially removed me. I constantly think, what if? What if I had stayed? What if I had just done something? Would it have changed anything? Yeah, what if you ended up winning? Would it have been worth it? Maybe. Maybe you could have stayed and won, but then what? Do you think if you had stayed in that house that you'd be there now, with the new challenges? Maybe? I think as much as you wish that, deep in your heart you know it wouldn't be the same. You know you wouldn't be the same. That kind of attitude warps people. I know because my friend Hunter joined P2W and I can see them slowly changing. I don't think even they see it. So if you'd stayed with P2W, you wouldn't be the great friend I know now.
I see your point.
Yeah, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. More sense than I'd like to admit. Regardless, I'm done dwelling on the past for now. I have new things to focus my energy on. I need to elevate my skills in FOD2. It's not just about your performance. The joys of FOD2 is that you always have a partner. Doubles? Yes, that's true. It's been singles all my life. I've never tried to achieve greatness in a doubles team.
What if we switch it up?
This new game brings new challenges. Maybe if I can't do it alone, I can reach success with a friend. You're not alone, Rhapsody. Our success is your success. We'll all work together to win. And I promise we won't be a reflection of your experience at P2W's team house. That's a relief. I'm glad not to have that stress. Yeah, that's the spirit. You don't need to escape from us. Unless we all turn into zombies, but then you should just run. Definitely run. I'd like to keep my brain, yes. Thanks for talking to me about all this. I think we're going to have a great time living together. Foreshadowing! Yeah, Hunter's gonna turn evil. Guaranteed. I think so too. Rhapsody's eyes dart away from me and return to the movers. Oh, that's my casting equipment in the box, Pirate. Need to make sure this gets get up to the apartment without any hitches. I know nothing. I am entirely aware, but I can guarantee Hunter's gonna turn evil. They are definitely gonna turn evil. I nod in understanding as Rhapsody jumps up and helps the movers with the doors. Reflecting briefly on my conversation with Rhapsody, sure, there will be tough times ahead. I know all of us working together should be able to conquer anything before us. I trust this team. Trust in us. Speaking of us, I should see what the rest of the team are up to right now. Hang up, the The sun's already gone down. Why the heck haven't we moved in yet? I'd say we're burning daylight, but we're fresh out. You have an incoming message from Jinx. Hey there, Jan's trying to get our arcade game working and running into problems. Any idea how to boot a custom arcade PC? Real mess up here right now. Huh, it's just a PC in a fancy wooden box? I thought arcade games were specialised hardware. Retro games, yes. Modern ones tend to use off-the-shelf components. Want me to reply to her? Oh wait, I've got another incoming message for you. This time from Grace. Oh boy. I could use a hand moving my game collection. Can you take the subway to 23rd Street Station? Moving all these boxes by myself is proving difficult. I don't think I can leave either of them hanging. Perhaps you could easily get an FOD2 machine going. They're a computery type person like you, and I'm sure Loxley will be more than happy to carry some boxes for Grace. So, who should I send where? Okay, Grace seems like the one that's, like, most pressingly urgent, so I will send Rhapsody with the cabinet, because that's a less desperate situation. Who do you want to be closer friends with? I mean, I'm mostly just, like, doing what would come naturally, so boxes seems like a more desperate situation. Iris, can you message Rhapsody? Ask him to head upstairs and fix our FOD2. I'm gonna go uptown and help Grace.
Okay.
You got it, Pyrite. The apartment will be ready to go by the time you get back. Tucking my phone back into my pocket, I head out the doors of GCF and off to the subway. Yeah, Rhapsody's already up there, so... With half the city packing it for the day and the other half getting ready for the night ahead, it's a fairly crowded train ride up to 23rd Street. I rarely go uptown. Not much point. That's where all the finance and business hubbub goes down, and where the rich establish their legacies. The entire apartment is in blazes. Don't say that! Guess this is where Grace used to live, in her family's manor house. A manor house in the middle of a city being pretty damn weird to boot. But while I'm expecting to get further directions from tram station to meet her at her home, she's already at the station waiting for me. Convenient that we're here. This little QR code back here, I scanned it. It leads to a 3D art sharing website called Polycount. I'm guessing, like, the artist who did this probably puts their art up on there. Along with 4 giant cardboard boxes packed to the brim with plastic cartridges. Honestly, it's a miracle I managed to carry them all myself, but when I got to the turnstile, well, I realised I couldn't do this on my own.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks for coming by, Pirate. Moving these is so much easier with a helper. The old game console carts shifting around in my box as the subway rattles around menacingly are a bit worrying. Hopefully the rough ride isn't damaging them. Yeah, no problem. Hey, happy to help. Stack up all 4 and I can carry them all for you. See these muscles? I never skip art day. Oh, no, you don't have to go that far. I can share the load a little. I'm not some fragile flower, you know. I appreciate the offer, believe me, but this collection's precious to me. I don't want to risk a stack tipping over and crashing down. I guess you wanted to focus on your games first and foremost, right? Clothes, furniture, other knickknacks can come later. I already kept some of my clothes at Jinx's place. That's all I really need. I live digitally, not physically. Well, okay, so all video games are a bit more physical and plasticky than purely digital, but you get the idea. This is odd. Everybody else, excluding Domino, had oodles of stuff to move over to the new apartments. And given what I already know about Grace's living situation, I think I have a guess why. Grace, level with me, okay? You didn't sign up for moving trucks to show up at your house. You aren't taking any stuff other than your game collection. It's almost like you're sneaking out of your family home. Yeah, I figured this was going to happen. She's very conflict averse, so that tracks. I left a note. You left a note to say you're moving away from home.
I don't like confrontations.
I didn't want a huge confrontation. There'd be yelling and demands, and they'd put all sorts of guilt on me, and I just wanted to quietly slip out, not be a bother to anyone, not stir up any trouble.
I mean,
I don't need any stuff from my home. All I need are the games I love, and if they get mad, well, I can deal with that later, right? Family drama alert, we have reached DEFCON 5. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But what's done is done. We've got to finish the move in and to the new headquarters, and clearly she's uncomfortable talking about it. I can help her deal with the fallout later. For now, I should try to at least keep her in good cheer. Not the first time this happened to the Cooper family. I'm willing to bet it won't be the last. Are we going to learn a lesson? Probably not. So, how many games are in these boxes anyway? Let's see. About 200 NES carts, 100 SNES and Sega Genesis carts. About 100 loose discs for Dreamcast, Nintendo, PlayStation, the Atari, XLX. Plus a few mint rares and some prototypes. I got a box Stadium events, Nintendo World Championship Grey Cart. I even got a rare ET prototype for the Atari 2600, which was totally awful. Thank goodness they fixed it before release, right? That sounds valuable. Old and valuable.
of course.
Yep, I curate my collection very carefully. I didn't have enough space in the storage unit for too many games, so I only picked the ones I really wanted. Gavin's dad learned a lesson? He's too high on how he picked himself up by his bootstraps using the crane he bought with his father's spawn. Oh boy. I didn't hang out enough with Gavin to learn his whole story, but woof. Woof. It took years scouring the collector scene for the games I wanted, but it's more or less complete now. I mean, I'm always tweaking and tuning the archive a little. Wait, you kept it all in a storage unit, not your bedroom? And Grace's good cheer wobbles a little.
Well, I mean, I wasn't technically allowed to. My parents saw video games as a waste of time. I wasn't allowed to own a video game console.
Grace, I'm gonna have to say this, I'm gonna be very honest, and I'm sorry if this hurts, but I do need this to be honest here. I think your parents might be an asshole. I think your parents might be assholes. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. Gavin's grandpa was a legit self-made man, and the second generation got contact high. Ugh! Hate that. Hate it.
They barely tolerate my little portable one because I insisted it's more of a computer than a game system, thanks to my extensive notifications. So, I keep my stuff offsite, away from their disapproving glares. But now, I can keep it at Jinx's place. She doesn't mind at all, and even lets me hook up some of my old consoles there. And even better, I can share these wonderful games with everyone else.
Hell yes. Exactly. Yes. Well, that's what NES stands for, is the Nintendo Entertainment System. Because thanks to the tanking of the Western games industry in 1980 blank, I still need to set up that quote channel. But yeah, when the games industry in the West tanked during the 80s, games consoles fell out of the eyes of fell out of favor in the eyes of the buying public. So when Nintendo, to quote Yahtzee, when Nintendo offered up the NES as the entertainment system rather than a games console, it sold gangbusters. For you see, the public may be fickle, but they're not particularly smart.
I know our focus is on arcade games, FOD2, yeah, but also Zappers light gun games and domino shooters. But I hope I can show you all the love I have for these cute little toys from days gone by. Back when all you needed was a gamepad, a best friend, and a TV to live your best life.
You can still do that. I miss playing time splitters with people. She shifts her grip on the heavy box, arms growing a bit weary despite her high spirits carrying her along. I'll admit, that sort of good cheer is infectious. I know about as much about console games as I do arcade games, but I know passion when I hear it. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side, come on and go do the Mario. Yeah, I love my game history. It's difficult being completely in love with a thing but feeling alone in that love. I mean, look at me, I'm a PC gamer at heart. I can talk your ear off about every single step to beating King's Quest V, every single moon logic puzzle, becoming the Avatar in Ultima, taking down Kilrathi in Wing Commander. But everyone just sort of look at me funny if I did so. They didn't grow up with these games like I did. Hey Ava, we are presently gushing about arcade history, and well, just like game history in general. Scouring websites for abandonware, the occasional bit of piracy, whatever it took to dig deeper and deeper into my hobby's roots. All for the love of the game. And Grace gets a wry little smile. But I've played all 3 of those games. What? King's Quest V had a NES version. It's not great, but it exists. And there's Ultima, and even Wing Commander. Seriously?
Of course.
Seriously. Games are universal, sometimes. Our shared joy and available across so many different platforms. Many arcades got PC and console ports too. I'm sure we can find common ground with everyone some way, somehow. Don't worry, we're all friends, and we support each other's passions. From the screech of brace and the way my centre of gravity protests, it seems the train's slowing down before the Chinatown stop. And here we are, ready to make the new Challenger's headquarters official. Sometimes, Sony! You bet. I know I was a little hesitant at first, what with my family situation, but I think we're really gonna get along And just as the doors start to open, someone slams into Grace, knocking her to the floor.
Ah!
Oh, you little bastard. Alright.
Oh no.
Ooh. Pursuit! Cue the music! Cue up the Resident Evil 2 4th Survivor soundtrack. It feels weird abandoning a friend, but that insistent look in her eyes gives my feet wings as I sprint from the train and up the stairs. Am I doing this? Am I seriously doing this? I'm doing this. I'm seriously doing this. The thief isn't exactly a world-class athlete, so catching his trail is easy enough as he dashes through the streets of Chinatown. But he still has a head start. If he makes a few twists and turns, ducks around a corner, escapes my sight. But my heart's pounding out of my chest as I desperately wish I'd have done some actual frigging cardio instead of playing FOD 2 endlessly for years. I need to get an edge on this chase or he's going to escape me. Raw speed isn't enough. Oi, dickhead! Hey, stop! This is a citizen's arrest! Oh good, that's only making him run faster! But it's clear he's just as lousy at cardio as I am, because the additional burst of speed is making him tire out faster than me. If I control my pace, make sure I'm keeping up with him in sight without trying to catch up, he's gonna slow down, and then I've got him. I'm seeing spots as I desperately try to pump my legs, trying to close the last gap between myself and the fleeing game thief. And finally, he makes a mistake, dashes into a dead-end alley, allowing me to catch up. Flying drop kick! Nowhere to run now! He's too out of breath to even form a complete sentence. Now's my chance. With not entirely cat-like reflexes, I dive in, grabbing at the cardboard box he's clinging onto for dear life. Let go! You're going to... And the flimsy 1980... Oh, shit. What have you done? Figure it's better than nothing, I scoop up the remnants before stepping away. On cue, Grace catches up with us, and oddly, she's not in the least bit out of breath despite running the same distance we did. Okay, the subway attendant was nice enough to watch my boxes while I caught up with you. Wait, you're...
What?
Norman? You're the one who stole my game? Damn it, you weren't supposed to get a good look at me. You know this piece of crap, Grace? Yeah, he's a regular on games collectors forums I visit. We've traded tips on rare games for auction before. Norman, why? Why would you steal from me? Because you don't deserve this game. You aren't a real collector. You're only trying to get a full set. I've been trying for years to get a full NES set, and this is the last piece. Do you even know how much this game is worth? Back up. What game are we talking about exactly? Oh, it's Stadium Events. It's an exerciser game. Very rare. There's only about 20 legitimate copies left in the world. Normally Stadium... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yipers. Okay, this is gonna turn into a fight. Do you have any clue how hard the rest of us have to struggle to afford rare games? People like you just throw down a wad of daddy's money and buy up the last few rares in the world, hoarding them. It's not right. It's not fair. Mate, if that's the problem you're having, you should talk with the guy selling it. Now your idiot friend destroyed the box. It's lost $10,000 of value thanks to that. I see. Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. If he's worried about the value, he doesn't care. I guess you can keep it. What? What? He loves his collection. He loves his games. He'll get a lot of love out of stadium events too. So, if he really wants it, I guess he should have it. Phew. Okay, I had it everywhere. Yeah, no, I realize that, like, Grace isn't gonna react well to this, but, like... Isn't RKO kindness? No! He he attacked you and tried to steal it. Come on, he's a thief. He deserves punishment, not a free game. You can't reward bad behavior, Grace. Don't let people walk all over you. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for justice.
I mean,
It's not really that big of a deal, Pyrite. Really. There's no need to make this more than it is. It's counterfeit anyway. Totally worthless. Yeah, I bought it from a repro crafter like $5. It's fake. You own fake stadium events? Why do you own a fake stadium event? It's a total garbage game aside from its resale value.
Aww.
Hey, I really like that game. It's great for my daily cardio routine. Oh my god. Okay. But if you can find the same joy in this game, well, I'd be happy to. And he practically hurled the game at us in disgust. I don't want your worthless counterfeit. I'm trying to complete my collection and flip it for enough money to buy a Ferrari. I want to strangle this dude. Also, I can't even. Ugh, this whole thing has been a waste of my time. In a cloud of absolute fury, he marches past us, exiting the scene. Should we go after him or something? Maybe it's for the best. I'm not really interested in pressing charges. I got my game back, and honestly, I don't need more stress in my life.
That's unfortunate.
I am a little disappointed to find out he only wanted the game for its resale value, though. Rounds the corner and Loxley's there with the Clyde dress who explode every shady deal Norman's ever been involved with. I mean... Okay. Pause for a hot second. There's a redeem that I've been wanting to put together for a while, but I've been trying to think of, like, a good way to do it. I wanted to put together a series of Yakuza-style menacing men splash screens, with the plan on it being, like, random, so there's different, reactions and, like, music stings and what have you, you know, with a couple of, like, but the reason I haven't done it yet is because I want to have a good, like, couple of joke ones in there, as well as a few, like, Patriarch of the Whatever family kind of responses. Yeah, exactly, sort of, yeah, Deco Nami, Patriarch of the Nami family, from whatever prison cell he's doubtlessly rotting in at this point. But yeah, that's why I haven't done them yet. So there'll be a couple of joke ones in there. But that's why I haven't done it yet. But that would have been a perfect... Like, that confrontation would have been perfect for a menacing men or like, street thugs or something like that. You need to make the list. I do. I'd probably actually... Actually, now that I think... You know what? I've had a bit of a realization, but we'll save that for later. It's a pity, you know? So, should we get my stuff back from the Subway Transit Authority, then head down to Good Clean Fun? Alright? Just swallowing down a massive headache. Lovely chainsaws. What? You know, you've really helped me out through this transition. You were there when I was scared about my family's reaction. You were here for me tonight.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how I can say thank you enough for all of that. You only met me recently, and yet I feel I can trust you completely. Aw, shucks. I'm not gonna go romance with her, because I'm already kind of pursuing that with Zappa. Oh, yes! Yes, the ones with the bomber jackets. Yes. The ones that shot me! I remember now, yes! I got fucking put in the hospital thanks to them. I remember now. You'd think I'd remember something like that. Bastards. Anyway. But yeah, I'm not gonna go romance with Grace. I'm gonna because I'm kind of going for Zappa, and I'm not really looking for a poly route. I'm your coach / manager / cat wrangler, aren't I? This is what I do, and I do it damn well. That you do. I'm glad you're here for everyone else too. I see great things in our future. Okay, let's head home. Our new headquarters awaits. The poly route is freaking great, by the way. Good. I will probably end up playing this again to do, like, the different things. Posture check. Oh god, you can tell I'm slouching, can't you? Because my avatar starts to sort of do that. The culmination of my efforts. No, our efforts. Everyone had to pitch in. Jinx giving up her personal space, Grace willing to deal with her family situation. Everyone agreeing to uproot their steady day-to-day lives in favour of making the new Challenger's headquarters a reality. With the last details handled, we gather outside one of the 2 front doors to our suite of apartments and are ushered in by Jan. Oh, rat! I'm liking the synthwave pink. Thank you for your patience. I just wanted to make sure everything was just right before the big unveiling. Without further ado, welcome to the new Challenger's headquarters. Also known as my apartment, to be specific. One of the 2 connected apartments. We installed a door so you can pass back and forth without needing to go out into the main hallway. Both apartments have a cozy kitchen, spacious bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. According to the room assignments you've requested, in this apartment, Jinx and Grace will share a room, while Pirate will be by himself. And an even number of bedrooms and an odd number of residents means Pirate gets his own room. What luck! Well, I do need space for the battle station. The computer of thesis. In this apartment, you'll also find Grace's classic gaming library and Jinx's music library. Please consider playing your albums at a lower volume, dear sister. I promise nothing. Moving on. Oh, yes! The second apartment is where we've assembled your shiny new FOD2 game. Here you'll also find Rhapsody's streaming rig and a kitchen fully stocked with your favourite snacks. But please eat something other than pizza, bagels, and nachos. We installed a stove for a reason. Zappa and Rhapsody will be sharing one of the bedrooms. Assuming I'm not partying out all night long, of course. I wonder if we'll even use the room. I'll be pulling a lot of all-nighters editing FOD2 strategy videos. And the other bedroom will be occupied by Domino and Loxley. Do we get bunk beds? Bunk beds are awesome, but I'll take the lower bunk. It's make me nauseated. Alas, they are but singletons. Regardless, I swear we shall bond as roomies and brothers, my good fellow. And that's everything. Rent is due on the 1st of the month. Sharp. Fortunately, your sponsor is footing the bill. Any questions? Just one.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah. Who's gonna play the very first round of FOD2 in this sweet new pad? You calling dibs? Oh, heck no. Just checking if anyone else was calling dibs. And if not, I think I got a cool idea. Zappa steps back and nudges both Jinx and Grace forwards. I say we have a battle for Hygiene Officer of the new Challenger's headquarters. That means Jinx and Grace teaming up against Pyrite. What?
What?
What? What? Great, losing team has to clean our apartments for a week. There are stakes now? Oh dear. It's cool. We're gonna clean headquarters by wiping the floor with pyrite. You and I got this, Grace.
Okay.
Okay then. We've got this. We'll win. I just know it. Okay then. As my partner, I will pick... Oh no, you don't get to pick. We need to make this fun. You're gonna... Oh, you're gonna use online matchmaking and team up with a rando. What?
Nice.
Smatter pyrite. You don't think you can carry some scrub to victory? Ah, damn it. Okay, I need to take a real hot second. I'll be right back. And we're back. Righty dokie, where were we? Blast Cult of Dionysus. Yesterday I heard you say your lust for life has gone away. What's a little one-sided beatdown between friends? A friendly curb stomping sounds like a party I want to go to. Let's do this. We gather... Actually, that reminds me, I have not checked the old stats for a while. Alright, we are... Need to hang out with Domino more. Wow, everything is, like, really high. We gather around the single-screen game, plugging in joysticks and keyboards and such. It's more cramped than the spacious two-screen deluxe version downstairs, but we manage. I let the matchmaker spin its wheels, and until eventually it settles on... Oh boy. Balance? Question mark? Your partner is named XX Smurfy Smurf 420XX? Huh? What the? That's my random partner? Silly name, but so what? No, I know the handle. That's not just some rando. That's Hunter's Smurf account. Smurf account? An alternate fake game handle you play under when you want to fight without anyone knowing who you really are. What the hell is Hunter doing playing on the old Smurf account? They're a big-time P2W competitor now. Well, I think it's sweet that you're going to be playing with an old friend. Okay, here we go. Loser scrubs the toilets for a week. With chores on the line and my rival for some reason ending up having my back, I line up my fingers on the keys and get ready to fight. Ready? Fight! Alright, do we want to play this out? Because I've said previously, I'm real bad at the minigame. But I feel like losing is thematically appropriate here. What do we want to do? I'm tempted to just say, like, skip to loss, because that feels like that feels thematically appropriate. I'd say play out, it's your run. Like I said, I'm, like, paradoxically bad at the minigame. Yeah, I'm just gonna say skip to loss. Because we're here for a visual novel, you know. I've got nothing to prove. Oh my gosh, we won! We really won! Good work, Grace. We make a damn good team. Indeed we do. I know I'm not as serious a competitor as you, but I have to admit, I really felt a rush there coming out on top. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but, like, I wanna get through the story. I want, like... And, playing the minigame, I feel I would be too tempted to fudge it. Like, just keep playing over and over until I got the result I want, so... I don't know. But like I said, losing here feels thematically appropriate, so... Wow, hard fight. Both of you really put up a strong defense. Good work. It's funny. Normally loss shakes me to the core, but against my friends, I'm just feeling happy for all of us. No high, no low, just a comfortable middle. Likewise, strong showing out there, Pyro. We got a lot to learn from you, clearly. I'm just glad I could enjoy a game with my friends. Hope we get around to Pyro at some point and have a full-on sports ball team that's half the game. Yeah, Pyro's on the consideration list, but I can't be like buying anything right now because I've got like adult stuff to worry about paying for, unfortunately. Hopefully. It'll happen sooner or later. I just need to find the time and the resources. That's what I'm looking forward to most, now that we're all together, being able to share something we love more so than ever before. Okay, I'm excited. I'm into this. Let's keep this run going. How about a little battle between Apartment 109's roomies, Domino and Loxley against Zapper and Rhapsody? Indeed, Domino, we ride to battle as one. Tally-ho and all that crap. You know I'm always down. Rhapsody, you ready? You bet, I've got some new techniques I want to try out. With the team swarming around our new game, everyone eager to have a turn, they'll be playing long into the night, no doubt. I've had my moment in the sun. Besides, there's something odd about that battle which I may want to look into. Yeah, let's have a word with Hunter. Let's check up with them. Can't stop thinking about Hunter using that old Smurf account during that battle. Doesn't make sense that they would do this. Something fishy is going on. Pulling out my phone, I tap past Iris and into my contacts to give Hunter a ring. Hello? Oh, hello! Long time no see, Pyro. I'm sorry I let us down. I wasn't good enough to lead you to victory this time. But that was some great teamwork overall. Who are we playing against? More randos? Actually, they were my teammates. We're having a sort of celebration match for moving into the new team house. Oh, sweet! Glad I got to be part of that in some way. Yeah, about that. What's up? Why are you playing on the old Smurf account? Kind of monarch who not go among the peasants from time to time? I just wanted to see what's up in the unprofessional league. No one else would have caught it, but I did. The slight hesitation in their voice. Be honest with me, Hunter. It's strange for you to be doing this. You're big time with P2W now. Didn't you sign a contract to only be playing using your official P2W handle? Don't you have to maintain that celebrity status at all times? So why put your career on the line for one little trip down memory lane? Listen, I'm not trying to sound conceited, but I don't expect you to understand the pressure surrounding me right now. You can tell me. I'm your friend, right? She's just always watching me. I never get a break. Sometimes I need a break. She says she wants to support my dreams, but that seems to translate into constant pressure. It's also hard right now. I wanted to go back to how it used to be, you know, when we used to have fun. There's a small pause on the phone. Oh crap, I gotta go. And Hunter hangs up on me. Hopefully everything's okay. It's worrying that they just seem to up and bounce, but I'm putting my faith in them. If they need help, they'll talk to me about it. Cringes and finish the game. Hey, quiet you. Shush. I let the thoughts fade as I focus on something equally important, the friends in front of me, as I rejoin them in celebration. With that matter settled, I return to the housewarming party, already in progress. And the house is warm indeed. Warm feelings and good times all around. Shush. When my sponsor suggested this idea of building a team house, it felt to me like the next logical steps in going from amateur to pro. Rogel Dawn to MP4. No. Or unless we mean like something different. I believe he was high on narcotics. Yep, I already read that bit. Get a team together, get sponsored, get a house, fight in tournaments, qualify for the Pro Tour, win the Pro Tour, hoist the trophy. And then, immortality. Everything I have witnessed has been cringe. Oh, I see. I thought you meant like his... No. I died in pretend. Okay, enough TTS memes, let's move on. Every single step along the path being a hard granite slab to smash you down into the ground, to pave the way into victory. But there's more to this new home than just a stepping stone. Just like how that fight was more than who won or lost. It's about us making something all of us can share, together. Win or lose, champion or failure, we've built something today, and I hope it lasts a long, long time. The best days are ahead of us. 3 days later.
Okay, who replaced the desktop wallpaper on my computer with a photo montage of scary clowns? It's not funny.
And which you want to bet Domino would have been absolute Warhammer nerd if he had the disposable income. Harlequins. I'm gonna say Harlequins. It would be his bet.
What happened to my lucky socks? They were right here. I need them. I need my lucky socks.
Someone left the door open, and now Minx is lost in the building. And that someone better
He
find
basically
her,
is
or
one.
that
Yeah, pretty
someone
much.
is gonna get an ass whooping.
To quote Adeptus Ridiculous, Kegarak may be the laughing god, but you also need to consider what the Eldar find funny.
Loxley, I swear to R and Jesus, if you don't stop humming that song under your breath, I'm gonna tear out your throat and feed it to you.
Oh boy. The best days are ahead of us, honest. Please don't kill each other. Okay, we've made it to... Okay, good. Woo. I am not going to have to settle any, like, rugby scrums at present. You're in Zappa's sights to be sure. Hell yeah. Gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul with... steady, not far behind. These characters aren't perfect. No, they're people. They are people. Alright. No need to change any of the data. Sabotage. Maximum impact. And massive damage.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post.
Once again, I love this, like, scrunchy VCR vibe that's going on down the bottom here.
The Pro Tour is heating up, with contenders eager to scoop up precious qualification points to claim a place at the main event. With the next major event on the horizon being the lucrative Crimson Tiger Invitational at this year's Max, all the power players are getting ready for a fight.
Take showers, you bastards.
This could be the major win everybody's favorite underdog team needs to really reach for the gold.
It's like that because Punchy films on VHS and then transcodes. My god, who has a VCR transcoder in these days?
But fighting in local arcades is nothing compared to the big stage at Max. Can they see this through? Like, share, subscribe, smash
Minor,
the
easily
bell,
missable spoiler.
rate Fight
That's
Shack
fine.
5 stars,
That's-
tell your friends, tell your enemies, this is getting intense.
That's fine. Like, that's not a big deal. So long as it's not like, you know, nothing involving character arcs. Tech preservation is a lot more on board here. Yeah. I can tell. It's the distant future year, 20XTX, and you know what? Things are decent. Not perfect, but not awful. A nice, comfortable middle ground of success. I've had wins, I've had losses, I've gotten better at coping with the latter, although I'll admit some anxiety regarding what's coming up next. And now I'm at the Crimson Tiger Invitational. If we win this, we curry favour with our sponsor and rack up some very critical Pro Tour points. It's time to be serious, and while most of the time I can keep that vibe rolling, today, well, I'm pretty far outside my comfort zone, which is going to make matters difficult. Specifically, I am 2,408 miles away from my comfort zone. Instead of my comfy and chaotic East Coast city, homestead, I've flown out to the West Coast, to a rainy gem on the Pacific Northwest, to Max Prime. What is... Prepare squeeze shields. Oh lordy. I haven't done data import, unfortunately. But, my body is ready. What is Max Prime, you may ask, because I had to ask myself looking like a total newbie in the process. In a word, crowded. Max is what you get when 70,000 people descend on a building the size of an airport, All of them here to hawk retro gaming wares, play new arcade games, and enter tournaments. I like the face punch logo. And there's another QR code. Get your phones out at home, people. So, not only am I fighting off jet lag from my first coast-to-coast trip, dealing with a neck ache from some kid kicking the back of my seat, and generally craving death. I'm also elbow to elbow with unwashed gamers, eager to hustle for rare finds, valuable wares, and championship glory. The expo hall alone is like an aircraft hangar, packed with vendor booths and playable prototype games. All the major companies and arcade chains have a presence here. Even console games are represented, with the big three of Sega, Nintendo, and Atari having booths, but the Palace, the world's biggest arcade franchise, easily drowns them out. All the flashing lights and noisy crowds are threatening to drown me out too. So yeah, a little in over my head considering I was a PC gamer shut-in until recently, but my teammates are eating this up with a spoon. Finally, a Left Coast Max. I've been to the Right Coast Max event plenty of times. Now I can compare the two. If you need me, I'll be, probably everywhere. Fun fact, the Nintendo-PlayStation partnership didn't fall through in the AS-verse. So the PlayStation was a Nintendo console in this universe. Wow, so many people who love video games, under one roof. I can't wait to say hello to all the indie devs and see what they've been making. This is just the best. First up has to be the retro game dealers though. Maybe I can get a few more rare finds for my collection. 50-hour Japanese RPGs, here I come. Oh my god. It's yummy, only $9. That better be the best goddamn hot dog I've ever had. Ah. I remember going to a event with chat member Colonel Crapshot, and we both saw a burger van that was selling burgers for £10. So, yeah, like, I remember saying to him, that better be the best goddamn burger you ever tasted. I didn't buy it because I don't have 10 quid that I can throw on a burger, but also apparently the Dreamcast didn't tank. This is the universe of everything coming up video games. I mean, we still kind of live in that timeline. Gaming's cool now. You know, with the, like, ever since Call of Duty 4, gaming's been cool. It's just, you know, corporate greed sucks. Oh, hang on, I just recognised that logo that's next to the QR code. That's the Polycount emblem. I remember them from, they did some stuff for Team Fortress 2. Also, Rococo Lococo. Fun little title for the PSP, with very weird music. Okay, this is a bit much, isn't it? Pity Jinx couldn't come with us. I'd love to grouse about the gaudiness with her. Meantime, I think I'll also engage in retail therapy. See you later. Alright, have fun. Leaving me with the two most social individuals of our entire group, sticking by my side for the time being.
Marvelous.
Such an intense atmosphere. I heard many a song sung of the wonders to be found at Max. But I'll admit, little has prepared me for the reality. But I shall remain steadfast in the face of this madness, rest assured.
I'd vibe with it.
Behold the wonders of Max, glorious and terrifying all at once. This is the second biggest Max I've ever seen, first being Max East, of course. Luckily I won't have to fight the crowds too much. Since I'm casting the matches for the Invitational, I've got a special VIP badge. I can come and go when I please. If you want to see Max in all its magnificence without a sea of bodies, I can let you borrow it after the show floor's hours are over. Is this a bad time to mention that I haven't been in a room with more than 10 people in it since high school graduation? I mean, look at this. Where do we even start with this? Is there a map? Do I need a guide and survival gear? Should I offer my tasty flesh as nourishment if we get... if we get stranded? Then hopefully it won't come to cannibalism, like, that quickly. Corporate greed is still a problem. Yes, that's true. Everything comes up video games, and possibly as a result, everything else is slightly better than... to imagine that it all banked on Atari for the 2600. Oh,
I
boy.
disagree, my friend.
Come now, it's not quite all that. But honestly, a guide isn't a bad idea. Loxley and I can be your max guides. Hey, Queen Bee! I wonder how she's doing these days. If you need anything, we're only a text away. Assume you can get any service, of course. 70,000 people all battling to connect to the Wi-Fi is a tournament on its own. Rhapsody is right. We'll by your side as needs be.
Tally-ho!
Besides, your focus today is the Crimson Tiger Invitational, yes? Put all this aside and keep your goals in sight. No need to engage with the teeming masses. If you're really only interested in competitive play, do what makes you happy.
Sounds good to me.
Agreed. Do what you want to do. And if you're getting overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break and clear your head. Remember that there is an outside. It does exist. One last piece of advice from your guide. Don't forget to have some fun while you're here. There's so much more to do than the tournament. Right, tournament. Focus on the tournament. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. This is my time. This is my hour. I can do this. It's just another tournament. A very, very critical one that will earn us favour with Crimson Tiger and a ton of Pro Tour qualification points. But just another tournament. Take a breath to calm my nerves and turn to face the combat arena. Damn, okay. It's a huge stage, decorated up for all the big showdowns between the top professional teams, all invited by Crimson Tiger. Its aura flows into the surrounding booths and right up my toes. If video games rose to maintain faster, conservative politicians would have a hard time making them a whipping boy to distract from gun control. That's true, but then again, like, rap music still gets blamed these days, and that's pretty mainstream now. Ugh. More people would possibly, if they had light guns, to protect from bald-faced lies. I don't know. Like I say, rap music and movies still get blamed for modern-day violence. Ugh. How long do you reckon before VTubers start getting the same treatment? I don't know. People will use, like... We've talked about this before, you and I, Fick. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. If it, like, video games didn't fall into that trap, they would have found something else. Using various hand motion signals, I let Rhapsody and Noxie know I'm going to wander towards the stage to check it out. Fox has moved on to blaming COVID regulations and weed. Exactly! They'll find something. They nod in approval and I try not to get lost in the jaunt over to the stage. I approach the impressive stage and... Wait. Why is there press gathering by the stage seating area? The actual tournament doesn't start for another hour. Which is why Crimson Tiger is proud to announce a brand new sponsorship of Team Play to Win. What? Hang up, is that not conflict of interest? We're happy to work with Victoria Proud, who... Proud. Why does that name ring a bell? Why does that name... Why does the name Proud ring a bell? Whom you may better know as Valkyrie, two-time EVO champion and coach for Team Play to Win. Crimson Tiger certainly knows how to play to win, and we're thrilled to support the dreams of P2W as they rise in the Pro Tour ranks. Camera flashes go off as the press snaps photos of the newly minted business partners, and then one of them asks the question that's been burning on my mind. What about your previous sponsorship of the new challengers? What? Whoa, hang up! Hang the fuck up! We've parted ways with... Excuse me? I don't normally trigger the things myself, but... We need to break out the stand for this one. Alright, I need to have some words. We wish their little team the best of luck in the future and see nothing but success in store for them. I'm sorry, legally speaking, don't you have to, like, talk to people about this kind of stuff? We've had our fucking sponsorship pulled? Okay, murder is on the horizon. Now as we look to the future, we look to Team P2W. We hope you enjoy seeing them dominate the Crimson Tiger Invitational. Okay, we need to scrag these people. As the crowd of journalists disperses, I might try right on up to confront my former sponsor. Yeah, no, we have a contract. The most common line in the modern world is, I have read and agreed to these terms. Ah, fuck. Let me guess. I'm guessing there was a, like, clause in there that was we can drop you at any time for any reason with no warning. Excuse me, but we had a contract with Crimson Tiger. You can't just dump us without 2 weeks' notice or something like that, right? Actually, there's an exception clause if we feel you aren't representing our brand well. We've done everything you've asked. Yes, but you haven't grown. You haven't signed any new players, won us any money, or anything indicating you're big enough to justify the investment. This is our first tournament, you fuck! Ooh. Okay. Hamza! Help! But on the plus side, I've already paid for your trip to Max. Enjoy your hotel room at the convention at your leisure. Plenty of fun to be had, even if you can't play in the tournament, right? If you'll excuse me, I've got other business to attend to. Oh yeah, the business ends of these hands. Where's that flying dropkick button? Despite my former sponsor slinking off, the one who really backstabbed me stands her ground. We lock eyes and she takes a step towards me. Victoria Proud, back-to-back EVO champion known as Valkyrie, owner of Team P2W, the most powerful woman in the industry, is almost gentle in her expression. Could that be sympathy?
Defeat is never easy, I know.
I remember something. Rhapsody mentioned Sabotage. What do you reckon that these guys had a hand in it? It's called sociopathy, actually. Yeah, she does have the kind of handsome Jack look about her.
But in reality, this is me doing you a favor. I know it's hard to see right now, but that's the truth of it.
Excuse me?
You're way in over your head, and you don't even realize it. I've been grinding the pro gaming scene all my life, from the original Street Fighter through to Fist of Discomfort 1 and 2. I've been here, building the scene, while you were busy tinkering with building blocks in preschool. And that's not a dig at you. I'm trying to point out that I've been in your situation before, making the exact same mistakes you are.
Girl boss is too strong a term for this. This is just mean.
Nobody was there picking me up when I fell. No one helped me. So that's what I'm doing for you, here and now. Helping you see that you aren't ready for this.
Yeah, no one was helping you, but I doubt anyone was kicking you.
Are your players signed with actual contracts? Do you even have an accountant or a lawyer?
I have an iris. She waves her phone in my direction, back where the neon wireframe of a familiar virtual girl waves back.
Yeah, I've got one of those too. She's handy, but an app is no substitute for having
There's enough
full
gas.
support
Yeah,
staff.
bloody hell.
You're playing at being something you're not. You should stick to having fun with your friends and let this fantasy of yours go.
Right. New plan. We are going to drag this woman through the streets by her ankles. You know that bit of Game of Thrones with the lady ringing the bell just going, shame? That's what we're doing.
There's no shame in being a casual.
Oh. I am going to ruin you. Yeah, this is exactly what's happening, is that she's trying to undercut a key rival. But, no, Ugh. You have just made a fatal mistake, Ms. Proud. Don't forget that we're the ones who humiliated you when you came into our little arcade, and we can do it again. This changes nothing. We won't stop. We cannot be stopped. We'll bounce back from this and take your throne from under you.
Unlikely, kid. You're 10 years too early in your career to have the slightest chance of unseating me. But hey, dream big.
Alright, you need to brush up on your classics, lady, because I'm about to give you a lesson in hubris and nemesis. I'm gonna quote here. If anyone's ever seen the movie Snatch, a manifestation of divine retribution personified by an horrible cunt. Me. That's nemesis for you.
Life isn't one of those ridiculous underdog sports movies you've grown up watching. Real life is seldom so neat and tidy. If you lost your funding, that's your fault. If I hadn't done it, someone else would have. Learn the lesson and move on.
And she walks away, as I'm no longer even the tiniest of concerns to her. Just another try-hard for her to dismiss.
Iris, what's my schedule like for the next hour?
All clear, ma'am.
Good. Find me somewhere pleasant to have a spot of lunch before the first round begins.
Leaving me with all of Max before me, and no actual reason for me to be here anymore. With the impromptu press conference of doom over, I listlessly wander back towards my friend. Once we join up again, I quickly reiterate what went down. Yeah, in real life I would have been able to bash your brains with a baseball bat and curse the Sandlot. That's unfair to the Sandlot. No one wants a cursed Sandlot. At least of all cursed with her ghost. But like I said, we are going to drag her. You have made an enemy here. That's rough. It's not like we needed another reason to dislike P2W. They're really hitting us where it hurts. But on the bright side, we don't have to wear Crimson Tiger's hideous outfits anymore. Not sure the bright side is all that bright, Rhapsody. Once we get home, we still have rent to pay and team salaries. If we can't pay, we'll lose the apartments, and some of us will have to find new jobs. No, we're in deep. We're in too deep. We need a new sponsor to keep the ball rolling. No way around it. Where can we find a last-minute sponsor? I don't know. But I do know something, or someone rather, I can turn to. I pull out my phone. Iris, what you got for me? I've already started searching. It could take a few days though. Right now the news feeds are choked with the news of P2W signing with Crimson Tiger. We may need to wait for that story to cool off and find someone interested in us. We're, literally yesterday's news at this point. I'm not sitting around and waiting. I'm the coach. I'm the responsible cat herder. I gotta get on top of this as soon as I can. Should probably head back to the hotel and do some serious research. Not like there's any reason for me to stick around here anymore. Indeed, you could do that. Or you could take a break from being a manager and let your friends help you out instead. Rhapsody and I can solve this problem. What? No, it's okay. This is my job. You don't have to... I insist. I'm your sword arm, yes? My liege must rest and recuperate while I tirelessly fight this battle. Besides, I have hidden talents which may apply. Making contacts, networking, wheeling and dealing. I have experience in such matters. Chatting at possible new sponsors for us will be child's play.
Yeah.
Loxley's right. I might have a few leads myself. It helps to know the right people, and I can track them down in between casting matches. Leave this to us, Pyrite. You and the rest of the new challengers go have fun. You've done plenty for us already. Let us return the favour. When I first arrived at Good Clean Fun, I lamented having all of these chores and duties, but now handing them off feels weird. Feels like I'm admitting defeat, like I've failed. But if someone else is offering to pick up the burden, well, maybe I should take them up on that. There's no shame in it, right? I guess it could work, but are you sure? I don't mind, really. It's my job to figure this stuff out. Honestly, between my allies and Rhapsody's industry connections, we're likely better positioned to do this than you are. Weren't you a complete shut-in before you met us? Wasn't a complete shut-in. I'd go down to the corner stores to buy nachos sometimes. The pinnacle of diplomatic prowess, that.
Shall we?
Besides, if we should fail, nothing is lost, yes? You and your Iris simply resume your efforts after the weekend's festivities. You've earned a break. If you overwork yourself, you'll burn out. We've all seen you putting in the overtime and getting everything together for us. So, let Loxley and me take a shot at this, okay? They're not wrong. I've not slept well this past month. As we move from practice session to practice session, online tournament to online tournament. And the times I woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat with the image of pixelated smiles burning in my brain, well, that didn't help either. Okay, I put it in your hands.
Excellent.
You may rely upon us. Meanwhile, we're at Max, the nexus of fun and games, the perfect opportunity to immerse yourself further in the arcade culture, yes?
Nice.
Now's the time to go out there and experience your first Max. We got this. You guys are too good to me. Aimless and directionless. Me, a FOD2 junkie, and a PC gamer versus the thundering herd of arcade fanatics. This is not a matchup I can counter. I should definitely seek out my friends. I don't mind playing second fiddle to whatever fun they're having. Who do I want to look for first? Fortunately, Iris has a map of the convention center loaded up and ready, complete with handy icons representing each of them. 70A. Ah! Punchy, yes. Phone up Jinx. Grayson Domino. Playing a military shooter game. Crunch. We need to hang out with, yeah, we need to hang out with Domino some more, so let's do that. Honk! It takes some poking around through the crowd, but eventually I locate Domino and Grace in a maze of game vendors. The booths range from makeshift table and crate arrangements right up to glossy and slick storefronts, but they all have one thing in common. Games, games, and games. Games with games. Games and games and games. Probably want to spend some time with Zappa if you're angling for that romance. Remember that romance in the first game sort of hinged on you putting in the time. Yes, naturally. Ooh, they have Dinosaur Peak. That's so rare. $4,000 is a bit steep for it, though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A bit steep? For an 8-bit video game cartridge? Oh, yes, the empty box alone can go for $1,000. I lack the words to adequately express the nightmare horror of this scenario.
Hey.
Ah, Pyre, come engage in retail therapy with us. We are purchasing tokens of nerd culture so that we may signify our identification with 30-year-old technology trends. It's not really that cynical, I promise. I just love finding these rare artifacts of the game generations that came before me. We can really learn a lot from the past, you know? Agreed. I've got an MS-DOS collection the size of... Well, the games were tiny back then, but relatively speaking, the size of a truck. We could use a truck right now, actually. He holds up a pair of plastic bags, each straining mightily from the weight of rectangular plastic wedges within them. Where's the PS2 selection? Show me. Today, as we go on a grand safari through the jungles of retro gaming, I am Grace's beast of burden. If it's too much for you to carry, Domino, it's okay. I don't mind taking a bag or two. It's really no bother. That was an exaggeration for comedic effect, Grace. Don't worry. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't mean to burden you or anything. It's fine. We're cool. My arms may stretch a few inches by the end of the day, but hey, gravity's a harsh mistress. Seems Domino's love for cynical wordplay is going right over Grace's head. No surprise there. Scratch. Hydrate. Good idea. I'm nearing the end of the bottle. Ah. How to respond. Yeah, let's be practical. Let's run some of this stuff back out. Easy solution. I take some of the package back to the hotel. Less stuff for either of you to carry. I don't have much to do anyway. Rhapsody and Loxley are dealing with the sponsor situation, and, well, no tournament. Ah, right. Heard about that. Sucks, huh? Cheer up, Pyrite. We'll get through this, I just know we will.
That sounds great.
And I think that's a great idea. You can zip back to our suites and dump off everything I've bought so far. Ah, okay, almost done shopping? I can tag along while you finish up. Almost. Just one or two more things I'm looking for. Hey, now. Domino points to a plastic game box on a nearby table, eyes lighting up with mad glee.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The Silent Hill HD collection. Ooh, I got bad news for you, fam. And only $5? Why, yes, I think I will spend my hard-earned coin of the realm on that one. I've always loved the idea of a horror game where the only real monsters are the ones you brought in with you.
What?
Oh, don't buy that version. The HD remaster's really awful. If you want to play those games, we should get the originals. I can't afford the originals. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I'd be grabbing Earthbound instead. Oh, what a colourful, happy game! I know! It's got death cults, police brutality, and the final boss is a surreal manifestation of the violation and agony. Isn't it great? That's just a theory. Yeah, wasn't the whole... I've not played Earthbound myself, but wasn't Gygax supposed to be like... So is it... It's like Gigyax or something like that? But, he's like an idiot with phenomenal cosmic power. Like, he's an eldritch abomination that, like, isn't, like, barely sentient. Let alone sapient. Anyway, we could get Earthbound for you. There's a loose copy here for only $200, practically a steal. Emulate, you fucks! Oh my god! The cost was much higher back in 2000X when people were investing in retro games rather than simply enjoying them. Let's get you a favourite game. I'll pitch in, what do you say? If I had that kind of money, sure, which, as noted, I do not. And with our sponsor situation kind of up in the air, I'm thinking fewer three-figure impulse buys, the better, right? Yeah, emulate you. Isn't that what emulators are for? Just download a pirate copy, have fun.
Oh no.
But that's illegal. So, it's not like buying an overpriced second-hand copy of the game gets the original developers any money. It's pouring just a little more ugliness into the world to yo-ho-ho a game, but... screw it. I've got worse sins under my belt. Anyway, I'll grab a copy when I get home. Well, okay, but after the new challenges make it big, we should go ahead and buy the actual game too. Yeah, sure, that tracks. Yeah, she's used to just, like, being able to buy stuff. Drinky. All the more reason to get a new sponsor, so maybe one day Domino can buy the things he wants without settling for second best. I think that's enough shopping for now. Maybe it's for the best I not spend all my money on things I don't really need. Hey, don't let me guilt you into not having fun. That'd be sucky. No, it's fine. I'm living by myself now. Can't fall back to my family support. It's a lesson I should learn. And no matter our situation, no matter what crisis we face, we're together. We'll support each other, and we'll make the right decisions to get through it. She's really getting into this. Pirate responsibly, people. Yes. If you can support developers, but when it comes to, like, weird abandonware, like, just pirate it. Because, like, if you're buying secondhand, the only person you're supporting is the person who bought it firsthand. Hooray? Louder. Hooray. Can't hear you. Hooray, damn it! Seriously, hooray! I can't ray any hooah! Let's call it here. My brain's melting from being around 80,000 people and my stomach yearns for calories. Grace hands me the bags. Her shopping extravaganza now complete. I'll take care of these. See you both later? Of course. Hauling the purchase back to our hotel doesn't take too long, thanks to the connecting skywalk. 15 minutes later and I'm back at Max. Now where should I go? Yeah, we want to go chat with Zaps. I find Zappa playing the latest light gun slinging action game on offer from a major publisher. She's playing Guns Akimbo, as usual, with terrible trigger discipline. The cabinet is decorated in camouflage and netting, with sandbags and ammo boxes on the floor around it as stage props. On screen, she mows down waves of terrorists, round after round. But despite racking up an amazing kill streak, unlocking a drone airstrike to rack up even more bloody deaths.
Nah.
Nah. She holsters the guns and steps out of the way. The next two gamers in the line grab them quickly, eager to play. There are dozens of us waiting patiently behind us. Oh, hey, sup? How's Max treating you? I spare a glance at the line in front of the game, and alongside it, and wrapping around the booth, twice. How long were you waiting to play that game? Not long. I knew a guy who knew a guy. Oh, so I guess abandoning ship in the middle of the demo wasn't a great loss then?
Huh.
Nah, that's not why I folded. It's... Well, the game sucks, so I keep playing. Isn't it like a multi-million-dollar juggernaut scored 9 out of 10 from every reviewer on Earth? I think there should be a universal game emulation archive. That's the trouble, is that, like, PlayStation Now kind of do that. Like, you can get, like, old PS1 and 2 games on PlayStation Now, but it, like, rotates in and out every month, and sometimes the stuff just doesn't work. I don't know. I'll stick with emulation. Like, sometimes it's a little janky, but it's getting better all the time. I mean, I'm a PC gamer, and even I've heard of...
Not interested.
Let me explain. You know I love hot light gun games, and the hotter the better. More chaos, more sharpshooting skill, more over-the-top action. But usually I'm shooting robots, zombies, aliens, cartoon gangsters, stuff like that. When it comes to realistic military shooters, no, not my thing. I don't like glorifying gun violence. Yeah, we go all, like, Spec Ops the Line. Digital ROM repository, the Museum of Games. Yeah, well, cross-licensing will be a nightmare, because, like, the thing that always comes to my mind is, Metal Arms, the Metal Arms series. It was going to be a trilogy, but only one ever got made. And the original creative director went to whoever it was that owns the rights. I remember he had to go, like, through layers and layers of bureaucracy following money trails to find out who owned it, and was like, hey, I will buy the rights off you because I just want to make this trilogy that I envisioned back in the day. And they went, no. And he's like, but you're not doing anything with it. No. But you're not going to let me buy it because I want to do stuff with it. No. Like, cross-licensing is bad enough as it is, but people would just rather sit on IPs rather than let anyone else make money off them. Impossible time for me to watch your stream. I'm sorry. I had work through the usual stream time. It's gonna move, don't worry, but... Now, citizen, it's your patriotic duty to virtually go overseas and depopulate the land so our oil interests can move in. Capitalism ho! I know, right? It's so blatantly obvious what they're pushing. So what did I miss? Oh boy! You missed a fair bit. We have been backstabbed. Our corporate sponsor ditched us. So... like, we have been, like, completely left in the lurch, so right now we're stuck at the convention hall that we were going to do a tournament at, but now there's no tournament, so... You're going to have a heck of a VOD ahead of you. I mean, consider what would happen if you turned it around, and we're playing a foreigner who's going all like, I'm in your base killing your mans, they'd throw a fit. Because the house was too expensive. No. Our, like, top-end rivals, did a whole bunch of corporate sabotage. And basically, like, convinced the sponsors to drop us. Oh no, the tournament's still happening, we're just not allowed in. So, wonk. You pick a socially acceptable target and jam a bald eagle in there, all good. That won't result in a congressional hearing over video game violence. I know, Tank tangling up games and politics is kind of Loxley's things. I know I make fun of him for it, but this one hits kind of home for me, you know? I'd say the main issue is... The main issue is that guns are awesome. Agreed! I'm a gun nerd. That's the general impression I get from you, yes. No, I don't mean that in a good way. We don't use the word awesome in its traditional sense anymore, do we? To be filled with awe. Awe can be wonderful, or terrible. I mean, I look at the cold metal precision of a mass-manufactured assault rifle, and I'm filled with awe that someone would design an object purpose-built for mass murder. It's a hell of a thing, isn't it? A hell of a thing. Like Oppenheimer looking at an atomic bomb and seeing the ghosts of its future victims. So, the problem is it's too brutal a reminder of actual reality. Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome.
Now, give me a laser pistol, give me robots, give me 2 bottomless Hollywood pistols and a million mooks to style on. Give me something awesome. Something that's so over the top and down the other side and up the other side of the next hill that I can relax and sink into the fantasy.
Aw, yeah.
You do that and we're good. We can have some fun with violence without feeling like we're advocating murder. We can chill the hell out and blast some baddies. Huh. She makes a good point. They didn't pay for the house. They were gonna pay for the rent. So we haven't actually paid off the house. Yeah, so we need to find a new sponsor to keep paying up the rent, otherwise we're in trouble. Yes, this does sound very 80s action movie. So what I'm getting from you is that you could crawl into a badass 1980 action movie and live there? You'd be cool with that? So which one? Commando? Terminator? Aliens? I'm thinking Running Man. I mean, sure, it's a dystopian nightmare world where you fight to the death on a TV game show, but I like competition, you know? And in the sequel, I gear up to overthrow the media overlords with all my awesome rebel friends, which is neat. There wasn't a sequel to Running Man. Not in your imagination, maybe. In mine, I have 2 acts of the script already done. Oh,
You know I'm down.
hell yeah, we need to talk later. But yeah, you get the idea. I just want action, not reality. Give me action or give me death. Or a sandwich. Sandwich is always cool. Realizing we're still loitering around the crowded booth of military shooter fans, Zappa nods and waves for me to follow her. We shuffle off to the side of the con floor, slightly quieter, though not by much. In other news, rumor mill saying we lost our sponsor today, huh? Right, almost forgot. It's cool, You got this, right? I trust that you got this. I don't mean that in a questioning way, I literally trust that you got this. Actually, Loxley and Rhapsody are taking first crack at finding a new sponsor. They got this, hopefully.
You know I'm down.
Yeah, I can see that. Rhapsody knows their stuff. Okay, doubly less worried now. And on that note, catch up with you later. No beach episode in this game. Damn it! I want to see Loxley's abs! I bet he's built. Zappa blazes her own trail, and I never know what's coming next. It's interesting getting these little peeks inside Zappa's head. From the outside she looks like a mindless adrenaline junkie, but inside... Okay, inside she's also an adrenaline junkie, but a mindful one. There's still so much more to see and do. Where to explore next? Do we want to phone up Jinx, or do we want to check in with the Punch Boy? Oh yeah, Gavin was built like a pillar man. Did not expect the Number Cruncher to be that ripped. I mean, by the sounds of it, it's like, runs in the family. Apparently Grace is like, does her cardio as well. So, who do we want to talk to? Do we want to talk to the Punch Boy, or do we want to talk to Jinx? Hum. I'm going to talk to Jinx. She needs filling in on the situation. Is this the reference I think it is? Hang on. I don't know if anyone like responsible for this game is here or watching, but if this is the reference that I'm thinking it is, like this like red abyss back here, yes, I liked Control as well. That was a very good game. When arranging for travel airline tickets to bring the whole team out to the West Coast, one name... So, Control, near the end of the game, has this, like, really fucked up, jaggedy corridor that's, like, bathed in red light, and you have a insane, gunfight through it. For those who have played Control, look, if I say the words special dispensation, you will probably understand what I mean. That whole scene was fucking badass, but, basically, like, to get to the end of the game, you march into this, like, terrifying abyss full of crazy geometry, and you just shoot the place up. It's wild. Also, yes, watch Stupendium's music video. Never heard of that game. Oh boy, it's a head fuck and a half. If I can ever get, a PS4 copy of, my PS4 copy of Control working on a capture card, definitely playing that, because, damn. I'm gonna get the DLC as well. Played a bit of Control. I'd 100%ed it. Like, just fucking binged it over a weekend. Don't need more headaches right now. Well, if you ever feel the need to binge the SCP wiki... Yeah, imagine SCP Foundation crossed with Alan Wake. It's really good. Flying cross-country and dealing with a gigantic convention centre wasn't in the cards for her physically, so she opted out of the trip. But no reason I can't phone her up and see how she's doing. Better do it outside where it's less noisy. Iris, call Jinx on speakerphone.
Okay.
Righty Rudy.
Hey,
Alright, what's up? Hey Jinx, just checking in. How you doing? How's the cat? Didn't want you to think we forgot about you two or anything like that. Cat's fine. How am I doing? How are you doing? News about Crimson Tiger ditching us came across like 5 different news feeds at once. Ah, right. That. Loxley and Rhapsody are looking for a new sponsor. Failing that, Iris and I will find someone. Don't worry, we'll make apartment rent this month. Yeah, I know. Not worried about that. I'm more worried about how you're dealing with... Is that Pyrite? Is it? Hey, Pyrite. Cough up the rent or I'm booting you all to the street and suing you for everything you have. Ah.
Come on.
John, quit it. He doesn't know when you're joking around like I do. Oh, come on. Let me have my fun. Don't worry, Pyrite. We can just skip this month's rent. You... I want them as a landlord. God damn. Provide you pay it back next month with interest. Hey, did we run out of vegan pizza bagels? I can't find any in here. I thought you hated junk food. The situation cries out for them. Excellent movies require excellent treats. We need pizza bagels. Hang on, gonna go get some pizza bagels. Jinx, would you kindly request that Jan stop causing cardiac events? I'm standing in an alley behind the convention center. They wouldn't find my body for days.
Ugh.
Jan does what Jan wants to, I'm afraid, and Jan currently hungers for both rent and microwave garbage food. In the corner of my phone screen, I can see Iris sighing happily at Jan's choice and snack selection. Right now, we're having an impromptu movie party. I think they felt sorry I couldn't go join you all out there. Wanted to cheer me up. Yes, exactly. Proactive landlord who takes an interest in the property. I have yet to meet my landlord. I've seen his name on all the forms, but I've never met him. Right, that's why I'm calling, to see how you're doing. Well, not gonna lie, having some FOMO being left behind like
Well, this
this.
sucks.
Sucks, you know? Being sidelined by my damn knees again. Couldn't be there for you at Harmsless tournament either, despite trying. Maybe I could have come out there. Maybe I should have tried. Rent a scooter, endure the strain, just make an effort. Instead, went with my gut and said, nope, no way, no how. Didn't want to try, just wanted to stay nice and comfy at home. Now I'm not there in your hour of need.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, bringing you down on a day when you're already down, aren't I? If issues, I can contact him. Yeah, I don't have any of that. If I want to talk to the landlord, I've got to talk to the estate agent. Yeah, anything I can do while I'm here. You're only missing out if there's something here you really wanted to do, and from what I've seen, it's all playing games or shopping. Anything I can grab for you while I'm here? I don't mind being your pack mule if so. Good point. Fast Car 6 soundtrack. I thought we don't talk about Fast Car 6. We don't, except how it had a really amazing K-pop to drip to. But the game's been buried in the deepest hole of the earth and covered with dirt and then salted so nothing can grow, which makes finding the soundtrack tough. If you can find me a used copy of the soundtrack on vinyl, well, then I'm not supporting Fast Car 6, but I still get to enjoy the tracks, yeah? Seriously, what the hell is up with Game 6 anyway? Cancelled. Specifically, the game's director got cancelled and for damn good reason. I don't want to go into it right now. Bad stuff. Eesh! Is this like a David Cage, my games aren't for gay people kind of thing? The Fast Cars community turned their back on the game after that, and patiently waited for a follow-up made by somebody else. Maybe it's unethical to enjoy any part of FC6 after what he did, but the musicians weren't to blame. I'm not hardline enough to go completely cold turkey.
Good.
So, find me a copy of the soundtrack and we're set. Sound good? I'll see if I can find it, but if it's that rare, no promises. Understood. There's no more pizza bagels downstairs. How can we have a family movie party without pizza bagels? If the corner bodega is somehow out of pizza bagels, heads will roll and bloods will spill.
Hell no.
Jan, we don't need pizza on a bagel. Just go get a regular-ass pizza from Ben and Matt. Traditions are meant to be upheld. I will not break the sacred snacking rights. I would sooner embrace death. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to procure some delicious round bready delights. Toodles! Starting to wonder if massive knee pain would be better than this day of mandatory fun. If Jan insists on watching Mall Cops again for just their bad movie podcast, ugh. So, in happier news, what's the plan to get at P2W for trying to kill us? Is that vendetta you thirst for? I didn't think you were into petty revenge. Pick and choose my spots, yeah? Sometimes I shrug it off, sometimes I come down on someone like the fist of an angry god. It's all about keeping you cool, so when you're ready for the times when you've got to go ballistic on someone. Is now that time then? Should I be worried? Nah, more like interested in what you have to say. It's simple, really. Here's what we do. Yes, we shall topple their dynasty and replace it with our own. We're gonna take the top spot. I will take what is mine with fire and blood. In 1,000 years' time, the new challenges will be remembered and P2W shall be as dust. Hell yeah, right attitude to have. Burn down the old, replace it with the new. That's the way of things. One generation hangs on too long to power. You basically get the boomers. Nobody wants gamer boomers. Oof, no. No. You go out there and show the world the new challenges are here to stay. We're with you every step of the way. Got it? Got it. You can count on me to do a revenge. Before I hear anything else, I hear a door slam and a squeal. Pizza bagels obtained! Now who's up for Mall Cops 2? The shopping? The shopping! Oh god. I preferred Mall Cops 3 Mall Harder, but that's my cue to go, I think.
See you later.
Later. Good to check in with everyone on the team, when I can. Even those who couldn't be here with us today. Time to move on. Alright, once we wrap up this scene, we'll call it a day. With my phone call done, I head back indoors to resume traversing the landscape of Max. But before I can continue my journey into the depths of Max, I'm rather rudely interrupted. You! What is your problem? Why are you doing this? It's Coda, formerly of Team Play to Win. Still wearing his P2W jacket, although it's dirtier and has holes in it. Dude looks incredibly agitated, scared, and angry. Leave me the hell alone! Isn't it enough you already destroyed my career? You want to ruin my whole damn life too? What? He advances on me, trembling and losing his nerves with every word he speaks. It's you, isn't it? You and your damn iris. My bank accounts, all that junk mail, the things you said to my mother. Coda, what are you on about? I haven't done anything. Of course you have. You... If it's not you, then... Of course, her. She's doing this. Well, I won't let you ruin me, you hear me? I won't let you do this, damn it! Damn it! Coda, what are you even talking about? Alas, he ignores me and runs right back into the crowd, ploughing into two cosplayers as he loses himself in the chaos of Max. I honestly have no idea what to make of that. What the heck was he talking about? She was rooming in his life? Did he mean Valkyrie? Is he carrying a grudge? But before I can ponder it further, I'm interrupted again, this time by happier, familiar faces.
Hail, friend!
We bring good tidings! The possibility of good tidings, at any rate. Even a possibility would be welcome. It's been a weird day. You do appear a little shaken up. Everything okay? I'll be fine. I'm more interested in your tidings. Tell me of your tidings. Very well. We have a strong contender for our future sponsor. My fair Marion struck up a conversation with another Iris and... Hold up, you named your Iris Maid Marion? Seriously, dude? It's a bit embarrassing, but my lovely Iris decided she actually quite enjoys my, shall we say, aesthetic, and chose that moniker of her own free will. Loxley's phone chimes in as a pink glowing figure in beautiful medieval dress curtsies towards us. Forsooth, 'tis mine honour to assist friends of my Lord Loxley in all his battles with powerful database indexing toolset. Huzzah! So... right. To refocus, we may have an inroad with a powerful sponsor and a powerful opportunity. I still need to have a few more conversations and smooth some things over.
Nice.
But either way, we'll have the results by the end of the day. That's all great and everything, but I have a small question. Whom exactly are you chatting with?
Nah.
Spoilers. I feel as your quote-unquote manager, I should at least get a hint, you know? Seriously though, I don't want to get your hopes up in case this falls through. It's already been a rough day for you. No need to make it rougher by promising you the moon and stars, then delivering nothing. Iris is adapted to their users, which is freaking great, which means my OC's Iris will probably be the queen of games, and that's kind of rad. I feel like mine would would start going into like the early 2000s hacker aesthetic. Because that's what I would want out of an AI buddy, is just like... do like the full thing where I pull up my phone and, like, if you've ever seen The Matrix where, Dozer was his name, where he goes, operator, and then starts, like, mashing at the keyboards. I guess I can see that, but, I don't know, being left in suspense is pretty awful too. Very well, this calls for distraction. Max is filled with all those, thankfully. How are you taking to it all? I hacked away your bullet wounds. Yes! You did seem a tad overwhelmed this morning. I'm adjusting. Everyone seems to be having fun too, which helps. I propose we keep the good times rolling. If you like, you can accompany me to lunch, and perhaps accompany me as I obtain a certain arcade relic. Ooh, crimes. A subtle glance from him confirms our suspicion that this is related to that creepy brain-bending game Polybius. He didn't want me getting involved, but I suppose I'm involved enough to the point where he'd rather include me in than shut me out. Lunch is... vibrating. Hold that thought, my pants are vibrating. Rhapsody takes out their phone and quickly scrolls through what seems like a long chat thread. What I was gonna say was, lunch is always a welcome and delicious idea. However, I just found out I need to make my way back to the stage for the Crimson Tiger Invitational. If you haven't done so, watch Kung Fury. Yes! Watch Kung Fury. It's great. Personally, my favourite bit, like, with that was Hitler calling up the police station and then shooting through the phone. That was great. You mean the match we were supposed to be playing in?
Yeah.
That's right. But now it's P2W against some other small team, and there's one other caveat. I'm not sure I need another surprise added onto this whole ordeal. They need a second caster too. I could do it with some rando, or Pyrite could be my colour commentator. Ooh, I stream! Triceratops! That explains the laser dinosaurs. I could announce P2W's match. Or you can have lunch with Loxley. The twain are tantalising choices for fun and distraction, whatever you decide. And information, both are interesting options for the gathering intel. One on P2W, the other Polybius. Either way, I'll learn something. Okay, that is a decision we will make next time, because I am out of steam and my throat's starting to hurt from all this talking. So let us save, and we shall make that choice next time. For now, though, let's voop on over to the booth, and we shall see who's around that I can send you all to go and say hi to, because we are actually fairly late in the day today, which means that the usual suspects might actually be streaming. Oh yes, there's a bunch of people on. Let's see.
Scum.
Let's have a look around.
Scum.
Alright.
Scum.
I will
Scum.
allow you to pick from the selection of various things. So we have Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, we have Breath of the Wild, we have Star Wars the Knights of the Old Republic, we have Out of Space, and we also have Disc Creatures, which I don't know, and Valorant. So make your choices, and I shall send you to them. Pokemon or Star Wars? Alright. Any other preferences? No opinion? Alright, so that just leaves it down to you, Fick, to cast a deciding, if at all. Got to see what I'm having for dinner. Okay, so there's no preferences. I will send you all to go and say hi to Cass. For the most... I'm going to quote her stream title directly here. The most trans Jedi. I'm not kidding. Broadcast. Okay. And that'll be all out of me today. So until next time, thank you all for joining me. Hope you have a lovely day. Happy first day of Pride. Be gay. Do crimes. Good night. Much love.